In the ever-turbulent world of the bold and the beautiful, the drama never lets up, and the tension between love, loyalty, and heartache grows even more palpable as key players in the saga face life-altering decisions. On Wednesday, May 7th, the stakes are raised as Liam Spencer confronts the reality of his illness, and Brooke Logan is blindsided by a shocking revelation from her daughter, Hope. The consequences of these moments will ripple throughout the lives of the main characters, leading to intense emotional turmoil, challenging decisions, and, as always, the looming question of what the future holds. As Liam Spencer continues to grapple with his terminal diagnosis, he finds himself caught in a battle between his conscience and the desire to protect the ones he loves. With his life on the line due to a brain tumor, Liam has no choice but to face the inevitable. His time is running out. The most painful aspect of his diagnosis is not the physical toll it takes on him, but the emotional devastation it will cause his loved ones, particularly Hope, the woman he has loved for so long. Liam is well aware that he cannot keep his secret from Hope forever, yet he hesitates, knowing that revealing the truth will shatter her world. In a moment of reflection, Liam hears Steffy's voice echoing in his mind, urging him to tell Hope the truth. Steffy, despite the tension and history between her and Liam, offers him advice from a place of understanding. She knows what it feels like to be caught between love and regret, and her words resonate deeply with Liam. She reminds him that, in the end, honesty is the only way to honor the love they once shared and the life they could have had. Steffy has always been a person of resolve, and her candid approach to relationships contrasts sharply with Liam's tendency to avoid painful truths. Her voice becomes a haunting reminder to him that, if he is to make peace with himself before his time runs out, he must tell Hope the truth about his condition. But as Liam stands before Hope, he finds himself paralyzed by fear. The thought of telling her that he is dying seems almost too much to bear. The weight of the words hangs heavy in the air, and Liam's mind races with every possible reason to hold back. Could he possibly bear the look of horror and grief that would surely cross Hope's face? Could he destroy her happiness by burdening her with this knowledge? Liam's hesitation grows, and for a moment, he entertains the idea of finding a way to keep his illness a secret. He wonders if, by avoiding the truth, he can spare Hope the pain of watching him deteriorate. It's a fleeting thought, but it nags at him as he struggles to find the courage to do what he knows is right. In a heartbreaking turn of events, it seems that Liam will not be the one to reveal his condition to Hope after all. Instead, it may very well be Steffy who delivers the devastating news to Hope. Steffy, who has been a source of both love and conflict for Liam throughout the years, is the one to break the silence. She knows that Liam's secret cannot remain hidden forever, and with her deep understanding of what's at stake, she feels compelled to take action. Steffy's intervention is not just about revealing the truth to Hope. It is about taking control of a situation that Liam, for all his good intentions, has been unable to handle. Steffy's role in this moment is pivotal. She becomes the catalyst for a shift in the dynamic between the characters, one that will test the limits of Hope and Steffy's relationship. As Steffy steps forward to deliver the painful truth to Hope, their already fraught relationship faces a new test. Hope, having already dealt with the emotional fallout of her complicated relationship with Liam, is understandably shaken by the news. While she may not have been prepared to hear it from Steffy, she can no longer ignore the reality of Liam's condition. The bombshell Steffy drops will force Hope to confront the very real possibility of losing Liam forever. As Hope grapples with this crushing reality, she must also contend with the complex feelings she harbors towards Steffy. Can she accept Steffy's involvement in this moment, or will it push them further apart? Hope's internal struggle is compounded by the fact that, Despite her own emotional turmoil, she is still in a fragile place when it comes to her relationship with Liam. Her feelings for him have never truly faded, even though the two of them have been through so much. But can Hope really allow Steffy, her perceived enemy, to be the one to guide her through this crisis? As Hope tries to process her emotions, she is forced to decide how to move forward. Can she reconcile with Steffy in a way that allows them to work together for the sake of Liam, or will their past animosities cloud their ability to support one another in such a difficult time? Meanwhile, at Brooke Logan's home, another layer of drama unfolds as Deacon Sharp drops a bombshell of his own. Deacon, a character who has long been at odds with many of the key players in the storyline, provides Brooke with a startling revelation about Hope's personal life. He is furious when he learns that Hope has been spending time with Carter Walton, someone he does not believe is right for her. Deacon's protective instincts come to the forefront as he tries to make sense of the situation. He is convinced that Hope and Liam are meant to be together and that Carter is merely a distraction. He believes that if Hope were to truly acknowledge her feelings for Liam, they could still have a future together. Deacon is not one to shy away from making his opinions known, and he wastes no time telling Brooke exactly what he thinks. Brooke, already overwhelmed by the news about Liam's illness, finds herself caught in a whirlwind of emotions. She had hoped for a better future for Hope, but now she is faced with the painful truth that her daughter's love life is in turmoil. Brooke listens carefully to Deacon's words, torn between supporting her daughter's choices and grappling with the reality that Liam's time is running out. She knows that the clock is ticking, and while Deacon is insistent that Hope and Liam should be together, Brooke worries that it might be too late for them to reconcile. She is torn between encouraging Hope to explore her feelings for Liam one last time or letting her make her own decisions about her future. Deacon, for all his flaws, truly believes that Hope and Liam's bond is unbreakable. He holds on to the hope that if they can just put aside their differences and confront their feelings, they can still build a future together. He continues to press Brooke, encouraging her to take a more active role in helping Hope see the truth. Deacon's belief in second chances is unwavering, and he wants nothing more than to see Hope and Liam find their way back to one another. Brooke, however, is not so sure. She understands that Liam's illness complicates everything, and she fears that pushing Hope toward Liam might cause more harm than good. As the story unfolds, tensions rise between Hope, Steffy, and Liam, and it becomes clear that the path forward is fraught with emotional complexity. Steffy's growing concern over Hope's proximity to Liam is evident, and she fears that Hope may once again become entangled with her ex-husband. Will Hope be able to accept Steffy's role in this tragic situation, or will her resentment drive a wedge between them? Will Liam be able to make the difficult choice to tell Hope the truth, or will he let his fears control him? The Bold and the Beautiful continues to deliver on its promise of drama, heartbreak, and unexpected twists, as the characters are forced to confront the most painful decisions of their lives. As the clock ticks down on Liam's future, the choices made in these moments will shape the lives of everyone involved, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting what comes next. In the world of the bold and the beautiful, the plot never slows down, and as the days go by, the stakes for every character continue to rise. On the latest episode, set for May 7th, the focus shifts to Brooke Logan, who will soon be blindsided by a shocking revelation from Deacon Sharp. What follows is an emotional roller coaster for the characters involved, as they confront their relationships, their past, and the future that awaits them. At the heart of the drama is Deacon, who has a complicated history with the Logan family, especially with Brooke. Despite his tumultuous past, Deacon remains a constant fixture in his daughter Hope's life, albeit in an unconventional way. His actions and opinions often stir up tension, and the latest revelation he brings to Brooke is no exception. Deacon arrives at Brooke's house, and he wastes no time in telling her about his recent visit to her home, a visit that would ultimately lead to a conversation full of revelations and frustrations. As always, Deacon is straightforward and unapologetic, and he immediately drops the bombshell that leaves Brooke in shock. The source of Deacon's anger is none other than Carter Walton. Deacon is furious when he learns that Hope has been spending time with Carter, especially after everything that has happened between Hope and Liam. From Deacon's perspective, Carter's involvement in Hope's life is troubling, especially given how much of a mess Hope's love life has already been. Deacon's protective instincts come to the surface as he expresses his disapproval of Carter's role in his daughter's world. He doesn't think Carter is the right man for Hope, especially when it's clear that Hope still has unresolved feelings for Liam, the father of her child. As Deacon talks to Brooke about this, he doesn't hold back. He explains how Carter has been making attempts to rekindle things with Hope, believing that they should have another chance at a future together. For Deacon, this is a slap in the face, especially when he believes that Hope's future lies with Liam. According to Deacon, Hope and Liam have a strong bond that cannot easily be severed, and he wants to see them back together. This desire for reconciliation between Hope and Liam is a recurring theme in Deacon's life, and he passionately argues that Hope needs to give her relationship with Liam another shot. Brooke, however, is taken aback by this conversation. While she has always known Deacon to be outspoken, this revelation about Hope's love life catches her off guard. Brooke was not expecting Deacon to be so insistent that Hope should be with Liam, especially considering how complicated things have been between them. Brooke's emotions are in turmoil, and she finds herself questioning what is best for Hope. While she understands that Liam and Hope share a deep history, she is also aware of the hurt and heartbreak that has come from their past. The question that hangs in the air is whether or not Hope should give Liam another chance, especially with all that has happened. As Deacon continues to press his case, he brings up the fact that Liam recently visited Hope, adding another layer to the situation. Deacon believes that this visit is proof that Liam still has feelings for Hope and that they could have a future together if they both make the effort. Deacon's words seem to spark a glimmer of hope in Brooke's mind, but she is also skeptical. She knows that Hope has been through a lot, and it's not clear whether Liam's return would bring more pain or healing. Deacon continues to argue that Hope and Liam's love story is not over and that they deserve another chance. He believes that Hope needs to see beyond the past and the mistakes that have been made and focus on the love that they still share. For Deacon, this is not just about a romantic reunion. It's about giving his daughter the opportunity to experience true happiness. However, Brooke is unsure. She is torn between wanting the best for her daughter and wanting to protect her from further heartache. She knows that Hope deserves to make her own choices, but she also wonders if Deacon's opinion is worth considering. After all, he has always been a wild card in their lives, and his influence can sometimes lead to more complications than resolutions. Brooke's feelings are further complicated by the knowledge that Liam's time is running out. As much as she might want to see Hope and Liam reunite, she can't ignore the fact that Liam's health is deteriorating rapidly. The idea of rekindling a relationship with him might be tempting for Hope, but it also comes with a sense of urgency and finality. Brooke understands that time is not on their side, and while she wants to support her daughter, she can't help but wonder if it's too late for Hope and Liam to have the future they once envisioned. At the same time, Deacon remains firm in his belief that Hope and Liam can still have a future together, despite the obstacles they've faced. He continues to push Brooke to consider the possibility that they deserve a second chance. Deacon's belief in second chances is unwavering, and he argues that if Hope and Liam can move past their differences, they could have a bright future ahead of them. For Deacon, it's about believing in the possibility of redemption and the power of love to overcome even the toughest challenges. He doesn't want Hope to miss out on a chance at happiness simply because of past mistakes. Brooke, however, has a different perspective. While she wants to see Hope happy, she is also realistic about the situation. She knows that a reunion with Liam might not be the fairy tale ending that Deacon envisions. The complexities of their past, coupled with Liam's health issues, make the future uncertain. Brooke finds herself torn between encouraging Hope to follow her heart and protecting her from further heartache. She wonders if it might be better for Hope to move forward without the baggage of her past relationships. In the midst of all this, Steffy and Hope find themselves reluctantly facing each other. With Liam's condition worsening and emotions running high, there is a sense of tension between the two women. Steffy, who has always been an important part of Liam's life, is still wary of Hope's proximity to him. While they have reached a certain level of understanding, Steffy fears that Hope may once again become involved with Liam, causing more complications. However, Steffy also knows that, with Liam's time running out, they both have a role to play in ensuring his final days are filled with peace and closure. The growing tension between Steffy and Hope, however, is not just about Liam, it's about the unresolved issues between them and their struggle to navigate their complicated relationship. As the story unfolds, it becomes clear that the bold and the beautiful is setting the stage for a dramatic reconciliation or a final farewell. Will Hope and Liam find their way back to one another, or is their love story doomed to remain a beautiful memory? Can Steffy and Hope find common ground, or will their rivalry continue to tear them apart? Brooke, caught in the middle of her daughter's emotional turmoil and Deacon's relentless pursuit of a reunion, must ultimately decide whether or not to support the possibility of Hope and Liam's reconciliation. The dramatic twists and turns continue to unfold, and as always, the future of the characters remains uncertain, filled with both hope and heartache.